Welcome to this edition of the Multimedia Impact Weather Briefing for Central Alabama. We will focus on the potential for another round of wintry precipitation, mainly in the form of freezing rain and sleet, Wednesday evening through at least noon on Thursday. Here's the general setup of how the weather pattern is shaping up this week. We'll have a battle between very cold air to our north across the central and northern portions of the U.S., and warm, moist air across the southeast and the Gulf of Mexico. Looking higher in the atmosphere, around 15 to 20,000 feet, southwesterly winds will transport warm, moist air northeastward. Cold air to our north will push southward at the surface, undercutting the warmer air aloft, resulting in the possibility of wintry precipitation. As a cold front moves southeastward across central Alabama Wednesday afternoon and evening, very cold air will begin to push in from the northwest. Usually we see rainfall come to an end behind a cold front here in central Alabama, but with that moist southwesterly flow aloft, additional moisture will be available as temperatures drop below freezing at the surface. Warm temperatures aloft and cold air at the surface could lead to a dicey situation generally along and north of a line from Demopolis to Clanton to Wedowee Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Here's a great diagram to illustrate what we're primarily concerned about. The warm air aloft from the southwest will melt all the ice crystals into rain. Since the surface layer is below freezing, the rainfall freezes back into sleet before reaching the ground, or freezes on contact, leading to significant impacts from ice accumulation. So looking back at the forecast, there remains the potential for freezing rain and sleet, with possible significant impacts, generally along and north of a line from Demopolis to Clanton to Wedowee, beginning Wednesday evening in the northwest and lasting through at least noon on Thursday. Locations across the north would see longer durations of freezing rain and sleet than the southern extent of the pink highlighted area seen here. A cold rain is expected further south. We'd like to stress that this forecast will change, including the location of the freezing line, so please check back often for the latest. So to recap, there is the potential for a wintry mix, primarily freezing rain and sleet, Wednesday evening through Thursday morning. There remains some uncertainties due to inconsistent model solutions and agreement. These include durations which locations will be below freezing, and how far south the freezing line pushes. Both of these factors will then determine accumulation amounts of freezing rain and sleet and the associated impacts. We'd also like to stress that subtle differences could mean the difference between someone experiencing cold rain and no impacts, or freezing rain and significant impacts. This is much different than the most recent winter event, where the uncertainty was between rain and snow. Freezing rain and below freezing temperatures possible through Thursday could result in more significant impacts. As mentioned earlier, please check back often for updates. Stay up to date by following our social media pages and on our website. You can also give us a call at 205-664-3010.